Down to business. As promised, I am thrilled to be joined by the author of a fantastic book, Open, Honest, and Direct, a guide to unlocking your team's potential. The man that over the last decade has worked with over 7,500 business leaders in a variety of industries, inspiring them to define their goals, create tactical action plans, and achieve sustained success. Aaron Levy, welcome to Get Down to Business.
Thank you so much for having me on, Shalom.
Absolutely. So, Aaron, I love to get to know the person behind the book, person behind the microphone. As I said, you've worked with a lot of interesting business leaders, but what inspired you to write this book?
Yeah, I think the thing that inspired me to write the book was really trying to get the work that we do at my organization, Raise the Bar, out there to more people and in different ways. And I just started to notice in the leaders that we were working with that they would share it and give it to others. And how do we actually take something that happens over the course of 3, 6, or even 12 months of leadership training and boot camps that we run and share it in a different way? Because at the core of why I started Raise the Bar, at the core of why I wrote this book is me and what I am on this earth to do is to help people unlock their potential. And so when I got clear on that for myself, I started to think about all the different ways in which I could really do that and make that impact. And this book was just one more way, and as you can see in the title, Unlocking Your Team's Potential, to deliver that and to
Absolutely.
serve.
So, Aaron, I don't want to unlock too many of the secrets over here. You use that term, unlocking your team's potential. But for our small business owners that are listening today, everybody's stressed, everybody's busy, and they work so hard to build the team. Sometimes very small teams. How do they unlock their team's potential? What secret sauce can you share this evening?
Yeah, I'll give a couple of ideas because as a small business owner, and I am one myself, the things that we focus on, and the things we focus on are selling and marketing and just keeping your business alive. A lot of the time, it's delivering the work and selling the work so that you can continue to deliver the work and pay payroll and make sure benefits are paid to your employees, and those are the things that likely keep you up at night. And so what I often say is your role as a leader, as a founder and entrepreneur, is to do two things. It's to give clarity and context to your people. Clarity on where are you going, where are we going as a team, as an organization? What are the rules that we're playing by? And what's the future that we see for this business and for our organization? And then the context as to why, right? Why are we going there? Why is that vision our vision? Why are those goals our goals? Why do they matter? Why should I care? And if you break everything down, and I get to see in these even these very large growth stage organizations and these very small just getting started organizations, these problems arise, and all the problems that arise are an organization's founder or leader not either giving clarity or context, or not appreciating that when there's multiple layers in the organization, that clarity is more important to deliver over and over and over again.
So, Aaron, you are among many, many things, you are a mentor at 1871, and I'm a big fan of 1871. And there's some great business ideas that start there. There's also some terrible business ideas that start there as well. And behind every business, I say this frequently on the show. People go into business because they're an expert, hopefully, in this subject or the product or the service that they are offering. Most of the time, people have not gone to many classes or courses to become a leader in every area or every aspect that you'll be called upon to be an entrepreneur or a small business owner. We have so many responsibilities. I guess my question to you, and I know you speak on these topics frequently, when you suck at something, and I'm just going to call it as it is, when you suck at something, is there an opportunity do you think that people are trainable? Do you think that a bad leader can become better?
Yeah, I love that you say that, because the truth is most of us suck at leading people. That doesn't mean we suck at selling or building our business operationally because we're experts in those domains, but we probably suck at leading people, and that's because leading people is a very different skill set. And it requires a different energy and attention and focus. And I wouldn't have started Raise the Bar if I didn't believe that people could develop these skills. However, the challenge is their soft skills. And soft skills, unlike hard skills, like learning how to model in Excel or learning how to code, are skills that take a lot more time, effort, and energy to practice. The skill of listening, the skill of asking powerful questions, that takes time, effort, and energy. And it's not something you could read a book and get. It's not something you can watch a TED Talk. It's not something you can even do a full day workshop or 2-day workshop and leave an expert in that area. It really takes a dedication, energy, and commitment. And what we see in the leaders that we've had the good fortune of working with is there are a couple of factors of success. And the first and most important factor of success is, do you want to get better? Do you take on what I like to call a beginner's mindset? And are you willing to challenge your beliefs and ways of thinking so that you can get better and reach the goal that you want? And if you are, then it doesn't matter how crappy a manager you were on day 1, on day 90, if you put the work in, and on day 180, you're going to be a significant percentage better, and that percentage better is going to be better than what most others are.
So I'm chatting with
so
Aaron
it's actually
Levy.
A competitive advantage.
Absolutely. I'm chatting with Aaron Levy, the author of Open, Honest, and Direct, a guide to unlocking your team's potential. Aaron, it sounds like the guide to unlocking your team's potential starts with you. It starts with you understanding your strengths and your weaknesses, and at that point, you are able to then become the most effective leader that you can be and deal with any of the stuff that comes up day to day. I know you do a lot of talks on the topics. I looked at your website. You talk about difficult conversations, how to set yourself up for success. We all have a lot of difficult conversations, whether we lead a team or not. But ultimately, it sounds like it starts with you yourself and identifying those weaknesses and finding ways to, if you understand that you need to improve, you're already better off than most people out there. Is that correct?
Yeah, the first step in any sort of change in life is awareness. And so if you are of the belief that you're great at what you do, then you're not at the first step yet. Once you've realized, hey, I can be better here, Shalom, as you said, you have it right. It's that first step of awareness, and then it's just take a small step. We often try to think we have to take these large, massive changes, but what we talk about as success is it's small, consistent changes over time make a profound impact. And that's the difference. It's the consistency. It's not the flavor of the week. It's not, this is really interesting, or I just read this book, so let's all do it for a month. It's how do we take the changes and make them consistent over time.
So, Aaron, what feedback have you gotten? Because I know your book's been out there. It's received rave reviews from some very, very fascinating people, including Charlie Schwartz, the business development manager at Showpad, Jeff Brandwine, the manager of sales at Hierology. Some very, very interesting people. The list is far too numerous to share on the air. But from, call it, end readers, from folks that are out there, how has your advice helped them and impacted them in their day-to-day business?
Yeah, I think the coolest thing that I get to hear is, I'm not finished with it yet because, Aaron, you told me after chapter 2 to put it down and start putting the work into practice. And so the best feedback that I get and the best impact on their business is that they're putting their lessons into practice. And I can't stress that enough. It's, the thing that makes change happen is deliberate practice over time. And so when people start to practice, you start to see larger, massive changes happening.
Well, that's awesome advice. Aaron Levy, again, fantastic book. Fantastic. I know the book is only part of what you do, and it's all about being open, honest, and direct. And you do talks all over the place. I know you host a podcast, and I know that you talk to a lot of people every day and ultimately share that secret sauce that I think you've learned in your own business and entrepreneurial journey. So thrilled that we had the opportunity to talk and share some of it with our listeners. How can people get a hold of you and perhaps most importantly, find the book?
Yeah, so the book is on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, kind of anywhere where you'd find a book. It's just called Open, Honest, and Direct. And they could find the free chapter, the first chapter for free at openhonestanddirect.com. And reach out to me there or at our company website, raisebar.co. That's RAISEBAR.co. And both those places you can reach out to me directly.
Awesome. Well, Aaron Levy, thanks for spending some time with us on the show. Be sure to keep us posted on your progress, and love to share, as always, some more advice. Speaking of advice, I'm going to be joined after a quick break, headlines, and some quick announcements. I'll be joined by the author of a brand new book that's coming out, Justin Breen. We've had him on the show in the past talking about some of his business ventures, but he's going to share some of his secret sauce, Epic Business. You don't want to miss it, Chicago. Don't touch that dial.
Do you own a